Hello and welcome back to another video taking place in my car. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is I, Christina Senpai, and in today's video we're going to be doing an anime review. I know that anime reviews are kind of a thing of the past, and also the anime that I'm going to be talking about today is like 6 years old, so bear with me. I promised my cousin I would watch this anime and give at least a 2 to 4 paragraph essay on my thoughts about it, so I thought, why not make it a video essay? With that being said, the anime we're going to be talking about today is, you guessed it, based on the title, Akame ga Kill. Now, I feel like you either love this anime with your whole entire soul or are kind of like meh about it. I am sad to say, and please do not kill me, Mosi, but I am the latter half of that. I feel so bad though, because I really wanted to love this anime with my whole heart because of how much my cousin loves it, but it just wasn't doing it for me. This video is obviously very full of spoilers, so proceed at your own risk. Let's talk about the good points though, because I'm not so keen on just straight up shit talking in anime. So here we go. What I really enjoyed. Like every anime that I love, the thing that really gets me are the characters, and this one had some really great ones. I really enjoyed Tatsumi as a main character, and I absolutely loved Akame. Her eating habits, her strength, how deeply loyal she is, the way she cares about her friends. Leone was fun. I did enjoy her character. The thing about this show is that it follows a lot of, you know, classic tropes, and she's, you know, the big one-san, big titty one-san character that we need. And and she was cool. I would have loved Shayle and Balat more if they hadn't died so early on, but I feel that they were fleshed out enough to where I still felt sad when they died. Mine was cute, but a typical tsundere character. I didn't hate her or anything, she just wasn't my favorite. Lubbock was cool, although I wish there was a bit more to his character. I would say my favorite character in Night Raid besides Akame was Nahenda. Her character design was super badass, and I really enjoyed her as a leader. Chelsea was honestly super OP and could have survived, I feel. Her death was super brutal though. Susanoo reminded me a lot of Krunk from The Emperor's New Groove.
My spinach bus.
And every time they said his name, I was certain that Sasuke was gonna just pop up somewhere. On to the antagonists, starting with our main one, Esdeath. I absolutely loved her character. She made the show so unique, and she's my cousin's ultimate waifu, and I can see why. Although that does tell you a lot about the type of women that he's attracted to. No tea, no shade, Boosie. I love you very much, but you know it's true. She added a lot of comic relief to the show, and I thoroughly enjoyed her pining over Tatsumi. Wave was major Bobby material. I am sorry, Tatsumi. I love you, but he should have been the main character in my opinion. I didn't enjoy Kurome's character at all until the very end of the series when I found out she was basically brainwashed the whole time. So I was like, okay, that makes sense, but I really was just like, it's fine. You're just like you're like a little evil Akame, basically, and I was just like, it's fine. Just take your snacks and go away. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but Suryu was so annoying, and she's definitely canceled in my book, and she's very canceled in the show because she's very dead. Her Imperial Arms Koro was cool though. I liked him. I enjoyed his part. Just being a very badass demon dog, basically. The character I definitely enjoyed the most out of the Jaegers, besides Esdeath, was definitely Bulls. I fucking love characters that are the complete opposite of what their personality, like they look the complete opposite of what their personality is. The whole don't judge a book by its cover trope, that just makes my heart soar, okay? It's very similar to Gordon from Black Clover and Major Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. But it really gets me every time. Like, if you have a character in an anime that you know of that I haven't seen yet that is like that they just look very scary and very intimidating, and then when you get to know them, they're like the biggest, like fluffiest, fun, like yay kind of person you've ever met in your life, like gets me every time. Now on to the part I had some issues with. The beginning of the show started out super promising. I loved the plot twist at the beginning, but what I didn't realize was how it was basically setting up the whole show to let you know that this is going to give you the big sad. I realized that this was no typical shonen very quickly. This show took a much more realistic approach, which I can appreciate, but ultimately just left me feeling very annoyed at the end. So when I was a kid, I was very into A Series of Unfortunate Events books, and in the very beginning, Lemony Snicket lets you know that there's definitely going to be no happy ending, and the books are exactly as the title suggests, a series of unfortunate events. However, me being the most optimistic person ever, I was just like, no, I'm just gonna keep reading. I'm sure there's a light at the end of this tunnel. There's gotta be. But overall, he was very correct, and I stopped reading around book 11 because I just was like, no, this is too much for me. I'm getting very, very sad all the time reading this. This show gave me the same type of feeling. Although ultimately they were able to make a change in the Empire, so it's not so dramatic, and in the end, their deaths were not in vain. I still find it hard to say I loved that show so much. It was amazing because my naive self just wants everyone to live happily ever after. I wanted to see Akame somehow figure out a way to save her sister and be with Tatsumi. Yes, I definitely shipped them together because I thought it was cute, but it did not go anywhere in that direction. And there was like a little weird love square, I guess, or love octagon. I don't know. There was a harem basically around Tatsumi, and then mine was just like super into him apparently, and like they like loved each other. And then I was just like, I don't know. It's fine. That was another thing that kind of like was like to me. I was not feeling that part, but I digress. I wanted Esdeath to be defeated in a beautifully tragic way, which although she was actually defeated in a beautifully tragic way, I think that that was a good way for her to go. I don't necessarily feel like Tatsumi should have been dragged down with her, I guess. I mean, it's only fitting in a sick sense because, you know, she really wanted to find love and she finally did. So I guess Esdeath is the main character of Akame Got Killed because she ultimately got her goal. She got her man in the end, you know what I'm saying? I wanted Bowles to survive and live a peaceful life with his family, and I wanted Lubbock's pining for Nahenda to end up with him confessing or something instead of him saying he loves her and then dying without any closure to that whatsoever. Basically, I guess I just wanted this to be some kind of shoujo shit, I guess. I don't know, but even though like it's obviously not, it's very shonen, but at the same time it's not, because a lot of shonens are very happy and this one was very the big sad. Like I said, big sad. Like I said, I appreciate the realistic approach the show took. I typically love shows that have a twist or end up being very dark, but this show is different to how something like The Promised Neverland or Tokyo Ghoul feels for me, so I don't know. I rated it a 7 on my anime list, and a lot of other people did as well, so I guess I'm not alone. You can let me know what you thought of the show in the comments down below if you've seen it or if you're planning on watching it, you know. Don't get me wrong, it is very entertaining, and like I said, the characters are what kind of made me stick around for the while, and also because I promised my cousin I would finish it. But yeah, it's not terrible. It's not a terrible show. It's just, it wasn't something that I felt like I could say, oh my god, that show, like, it just, I mean, ultimately Akame does end up surviving, but she's pretty much alone. She like lost all of her friends except for Nahenda, which I guess they, you know, and now she has to go off on her own. She's basically Itachi. She's like being blamed for a lot of the stuff that happened in the capital, and it's just, it's all very like, you know, it doesn't, you're just kind of like, oh well, I guess that's life. And I think the fact that I get enough of that kind of well, that's life kind of things happening, it didn't really take me away from reality in that sense. I just, you know, had to sit there and be like, yep, life sucks, and then you quite literally die. So my cousin typically loves sad anime, so it just made sense after a while that it was going in that direction. And but I love you very much, Moosey. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I will absolutely always take your recommendations and still watch them, even though they might give me the big sad for real. But it's okay, that's fine, because sometimes I just need a little reality check, because your girl is just too up in the clouds all the time. So yes. Alright, well, that concludes the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. Also, leave me some recommendations down in the comments below of some anime you would like me to review if you enjoyed this kind of thing. Like I said, I know that anime reviews are kind of a thing of the past now, but I don't know, maybe if you like it, then we can do it. I don't know, whatever it is. But okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.